Alright, so in this video we're going to be simplifying expressions where multiplication is involved. So examples of this might be that you've got to simplify 2x multiplied by 3y. Okay, so there's some basic rules that we follow here, basic steps. So just a reminder that we've got the numbers in front. These are called coefficients, so the coefficient of x is 2, coefficient of y is 3. So we multiply the coefficients together first, so 2 times 3 is 6. Then we've got the variables. So this is x and this is y. Now when we simplify, we are multiplying everything together, which means that the multiplication sign disappears and all the variables can go together. So we've got 6xy. Now when we've got more complicated examples, so we might have something which involves a power. So let's go look at 2x squared and let's look at multiplied by 3y cubed, for example. Now again, we follow the same steps. So first of all we need to look, it's positive, so we don't need to worry about any negative signs. Then we look at the coefficients, the numbers next to the x. So we multiply those together first. So 2 times 3 is 6. The next thing we do is we look at the pronumerals. So we've got an x squared, or variables, x squared and y cubed. Now, it's sometimes useful to look at what each of these looks like expanded out. So I'm actually going to write it out in expanded form. So x squared is x times x. And then y cubed is y times y times y. So altogether, we've got this makes x squared, and this makes y cubed. And obviously we're going to do this without the times sign. So we end up with 6x squared y cubed altogether. Now there are times where we do need to consider the sign of the expression. So let's look at minus 2x multiplied by 4x. As you can see here, that the term here is negative. Remember, the term on the right has that sign, so this sign belongs to 2x. This is a positive sign, so we have a negative. So we're going to do negative 2 multiplied by 4 first, which gives us negative 8. Then we're going to multiply the x times the x, which gives us x squared. Okay, so basic rules: calculate the sign of the final product first, calculate the coefficients by multiplying all the numbers together, so here and here, and then multiply all the pronumerals together. Okay, so you've got 3 basic rules. So let's do a little bit of a harder one. So we'll do minus 4ac squared multiplied by 6bc squared. Okay, now if in doubt, show full expansions. Well, let's follow the steps. So the first thing we want to do is multiply the coefficients together first. This negative belongs to the 4, so we know that's a negative 4. And then we're going to multiply by 6. So negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. Now let's look at the letters. So we've got a times c squared. Remember, that's a times c times c. And look over this side, we've got b times c squared, so that's b times c times c. So altogether, if I was to write that out, you know, a times c times b times c times c. Alright, let's have a look at counting up how many c's we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we say that's c to the power 4. Generally, it's a good idea to write the letters in alphabetical order. So I'm going to start with the a's, and the b's, and then the c's. Okay, so minus 24, a, b, c to the power 4.